Let's plunge into a world that's teeming with life yet largely unexplored by many. Welcome to the home of some of the most intriguing and adorable creatures you'll ever encounter. Have you ever seen a playful dolphin leap out of the waves, or a sea turtle gently gliding through the coral? Yes, we're talking about those fascinating underwater inhabitants. They're a part of an intricate and vibrant ecosystem where even the simplest things like plants have a unique survival mechanism. Ever thought how plants manage to thrive underwater? Today we're diving into the captivating world of underwater gardens. Picture this: plants, completely submerged in water, thriving and flourishing. It seems almost magical, doesn't it? But it's not magic, it's science. These aquatic plants have a unique way of existing, a way that's shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Now let's lighten the mood with a riddle. What's green, lives underwater, but never needs to come up for air? You got it. It's our underwater plants. They breathe in a way that's quite different from their terrestrial cousins. Instead of relying on air, they take in the dissolved oxygen from the water around them. Intrigued? Well, you be. Because today, we're embarking on a journey to unravel the secrets of these aquatic marvels. From their survival strategies to their symbiotic relationships with other underwater residents, we've got a lot to explore. So buckle up and stay tuned to uncover the secrets of these underwater mysteries. It's time to dive deeper into the life of underwater plants. You see, these green beauties have a knack for survival that's truly out of this world. Just like you and me, they need nutrients to thrive. But how do they go about getting them in an underwater environment? Well, they have a few tricks up their leafy sleeves. Just like terrestrial plants, underwater plants absorb nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus directly from the water around them. They're like underwater superheroes, pulling nutrients right out of the water with an invisible force field. And here's the kicker. They also provide a precious service for their fellow underwater dwellers, producing oxygen during the day, which many aquatic creatures rely on. So in essence, they're the lungs of our aquatic ecosystems. Now you might be wondering, how do these plants perform photosynthesis underwater where sunlight is less available? That's a great question. Unlike their land-based cousins, underwater plants are equipped to absorb and use light that penetrates the water surface. They have special cells that act like natural underwater sunglasses, helping them absorb the right amount of light without getting sunburned. Talk about having built-in SPF. And it's not just about survival. These plants play an important role in the underwater food chain. They provide shelter and food for a variety of aquatic species. Picture a bustling underwater city, with plants as the buildings providing homes and the food trucks serving meals. It's a symbiotic relationship that keeps the underwater world ticking. So if you're thinking of setting up your own aquarium, remember, it's not just about the fish. The plants play an important part in creating a balanced and vibrant underwater ecosystem. Plus, they add a touch of green that's pleasing to the eye. To wrap it up, let's ponder over a riddle. What can breathe, eat, and bask in the sun all at the same time? You got it, an underwater plant. Isn't it fascinating how these plants have adapted to such a unique environment? Ever dreamt of having your personal underwater forest? It's simpler than you think. Let's dive into the step-by-step process of setting up your own water planetarium. First, you'll need to choose the right tank. It's not about the size, it's about the style. You could go for a classic rectangle or maybe a chic hexagon. Now remember, this is going to be your window into an aquatic world, so choose wisely. Next, let's talk about water plants. There's a whole sea of options out there, but let's keep it simple for the first dive. Java moss is a great starter plant. It's hardy, low maintenance, and provides a lovely green backdrop. For some color, consider adding red Ludwigia. It's like the autumn leaves of the underwater world if autumn were all year round. Now you might be wondering, how do these plants eat? Well, underwater plants are like underwater vampires. They drink nutrients from the water. A quality plant fertilizer will keep them well fed. Just remember, a little goes a long way. Once you've got your plants, it's time to get your hands wet. Start by adding a layer of substrate at the bottom of your tank. This is like the soil in your garden but underwater. Next, arrange your plants in a way that pleases your eye. There's no right or wrong here, just your personal style. After your plants are arranged to your liking, it's time to fill up your tank. Use a plate or a cup to pour water into your tank to avoid disturbing your masterpiece. And voila, You've created your own little underwater Eden. But remember, like any garden, it needs a little TLC. Monitor the water temperature, keep the lighting consistent, and trim your plants regularly to keep them in shipshape. With these steps, you're well on your way to creating your water planetarium. So what are you waiting for? Dive in and make a splash. Now let's illuminate your underwater world. Imagine your water planetarium as a stage, and just like any theatrical performance, lighting plays a pivotal role. It's not only about making things visible, but also about setting the mood, highlighting the beauty, and most importantly, supporting the life within. Underwater plants need light to photosynthesize. This process is how they make food, using water, carbon dioxide, and light energy. The light is like their breakfast, lunch, and dinner all rolled into one. It's the sunbathing session that they never want to end. Without light, they would be like a car without fuel, a phone without charge, or a joke without a punchline. But not just any light will do. For your underwater greenery, the spectrum is key. Plants thrive best under full spectrum light, which mimics natural sunlight. This light includes all colors of the rainbow, from red to violet, and even the colors we can't see like ultraviolet and infrared. So, what's the best way to light up your water planetarium? Aquarium lights are a great start. They come in all shapes and sizes, but for plants, you'll want to look for LED lights that offer a full spectrum. These lights are energy efficient, long-lasting, and provide the ideal conditions for your plants to thrive. And here's a pro tip. Consider using a timer for your lights. This helps to establish a consistent day and night cycle, giving your plants the rest they need, just like us after a long day. After all, even plants need their beauty sleep. But remember, lighting isn't just for the plants, it's also for you. With the right lighting, you can create a stunning visual display that brings out the vibrant colors of your plants, fish, and even the rocks. It's like having a live, ever-changing painting right in your living room. So go ahead and shine a light on your underwater world. Experiment, play around, and see what works best for your personal water planetarium. Because the end goal is to create a space that's not only thriving, but also a joy to behold. Remember, the right light can make your water planetarium come alive. What's a water planetarium without some lively inhabitants? Now that we've set the stage with the right plants and lighting, it's time to introduce some aquatic actors to our underwater theater. And who better to take center stage than our finned friends, the fish? But not all fish are ready for the limelight. Some prefer the calm and quiet of a backstage refuge, while others are born stars, ready to strut their stuff among the foliage. Let's start with the peaceful betta. These vibrant stars of the show are perfect for a planetarium setting. They're not only easy to care for, but they also coexist well with plants and won't nibble on your carefully chosen aquatic greenery. And did I mention how they love to flaunt their colorful fins? It's like having your very own underwater fashion show. Next up, we have the neon tetras. These little guys are like miniature glow sticks, lighting up your tank with their bright colors. They're peaceful, easy to care for, and they love to school, which means you'll have a synchronized swimming team right in your living room. Introducing fish into your tank is like a fish moving into a new apartment. So here's a little joke for you. Why don't fish like to talk about moving? Because it's always such a tankless job. Once the laughter subsides, remember to introduce your fish slowly into their new environment. Let them acclimate to the water temperature by floating the bag they came in the tank for about 15 minutes. Then gently release them into their new home. In the end, the choice of fish is really up to you. Whether you prefer a tank full of vibrant betta or glowing tetras, or perhaps a mix of both, the important thing is to create a balanced environment where both your plants and fish can thrive. And there you have it, a lively, thriving water planetarium. Now, let's give your underwater world some personality. Designing the inside of your tank is where your creativity can truly shine. Think of your aquarium as a canvas and your decorative elements as your paints. Start with a base of colorful rocks and stones. Not only will these provide a vibrant backdrop for your underwater plants and fish, but they also create nooks and crannies for your underwater inhabitants to explore. Remember, variety is the spice of life, even underwater. Next, consider adding other decorative elements like driftwood or miniature castles. These items can provide a fun and engaging environment for your fish and provide additional surfaces for your plants to latch onto. And here's a riddle for you. What's the difference between a fish and a piano? You can't tune a fish? With these tips, your water planetarium will not only be a home for plants and fish, but also a beautiful piece of art. Let's take a moment to revisit our underwater journey. We began by unveiling the mystery of the underwater garden, diving deep into the lives of aquatic plants. We discovered how these green marvels thrive beneath the surface, soaking up nutrients from the water they call home. Then we turned that knowledge into action, guiding you through the creation of your very own water planetarium. We shed light on the importance of choosing the right illumination, ensuring your aquatic plants flourish in their new home. Next, we breathed life into our planetarium with the addition of fish, adding a dash of color and movement to our underwater world. We also discussed how to design the inside of the tank, transforming it from a simple glass box into a thriving underwater paradise. So, ready to give your plants an aquatic twist? Dive in! Did you enjoy our deep dive into the world of aquabotany? If so, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your fellow plant enthusiasts. Our journey has only just begun, and we have so much more to explore in the realm of underwater gardens. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our upcoming adventures. We're going to be exploring more fascinating plant worlds, diving deeper into the intriguing aspects of botany you've never seen before. So, stay tuned. And remember, the world of plants is vast and full of wonder. Let's keep exploring together. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep those green thumbs ready.